I'm told that, let me pause you for a second, Tokwe, because I'm told that we have Mr. Bashir Garga on the phone, Deputy Director of Operations at NEMA. Good morning, Mr. Bashir. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Good to have you on the phone. So before I even ask for the updates, is it true that your team member took a 2-hour break?
No, it's not up to 2 hours break. There's just a shift. You know, we have to run shift. This operation has been on for almost 2 to 3 days now. Okay. So there is fatigue on the part of some of the responders, and therefore we have to run shift. And these machines needed to be refueled, and other equipment needed to be brought in. But as I'm talking to you now, the operation is ongoing. Debris clearance is ongoing.
Okay. Okay, sir, so we are worried about that break, no matter how small it is, because we have people in that rubble that are still alive. And you know the way things go. Before you know it, the oxygen will be finished and they will be gasping for air so that we don't have more casualties while we're still trying to rescue them. Wouldn't you have... No, I wanted to ask, is there any way you can deploy more hands, even if it's from other states, so that nobody is having to rest a bit and all hands are on deck?
As I'm talking to you now, all the responders are here with various expertise, those detecting life, those ready with oxygen to give in case we find some people in distress.
All right, so let me ask you, sir, because, of course, Nigerians are worried about the timing. I know rescue operations take time, but could you give us an expected time to know how will this be conclusive? Because we're really worried about how long will it take?
We have just blocked the Portigos major road to that place because traffic was obstructing operations and the movement of some equipment. But I cannot be sure when this operation is going to be over. But we'll keep you posted as we go on. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I guess he had to leave. Bimbo, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Bimbo. Thanks for joining us on the show. Could you give us an update on what you see so far at the site? Any officials there? What are they doing right now?
Yeah, it's the third day, and we are still here at the site of the incident, talking about at the site where a high-rise building, collapsed, on Monday, killing many and leaving several others injured. Don't forget that 9 victims were rescued alive from the rubble, while at least 19, were discovered dead. Now, we also told you that 3 out of the 9 victims that were rescued were given first aid treatment right here on the site of the collapsed building, and they were subsequently discharged. I also like to let you know that this is the site of the collapsed building this morning. You can see right here behind me. Rescue operations just started. I mean, journalists are not allowed to move close to the site. But then I would like to let you know that the mood right here is still that of despondency. Earlier, I had the opportunity of speaking with people whose families, were involved, in the incident. And then from the information I garnered from them, a lot of them, are still worried. They do not have information regarding, their relation who, of course, were involved in the incident. I saw a lot of them moving around, asking questions, trying to know their fate with regards to, what will happen at the end of the day, talking about some of their relations who they believe are still trapped in there. Also, I would like to let you know, you will agree with me that there have been a number of developments surrounding this sad story since the news broke, from the suspension of the general manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency to calls, for more investigations into the immediate and remote causes of this particular tragic incident. You will agree with me that, of course, so much has been happening. Of course, more events are still unfolding, even as we are here. But then the more heartbreaking side of the story is the fact that some people who are here, of course, you can see behind me, those are people whose families, relations, are still trapped in there. A lot of them are angry, and they told me that they believe that rescue efforts put into this particular incident incident is, not enough. I spoke with one lady who got here at about 6:30 a.m. She told me a 26 younger sister was trapped in there. I think she's an intern, in one of the offices in there, and then she said she's been here as early as 6:30, but then she sounded, unhappy, and that's because there was nothing happening here at about 6:30 a.m. When she got here, rescue operations had not started. They were just made to sit down, out there. So a lot of them were venting, their anger, saying rescue operations, put into the entire, recovery process, and not enough that they should, of course, have put into consideration the fact that a lot of them are passing through, going through hard times. They really need to know the fate of what will befall, their relations, who of course are still trapped in there. Now I forgot to tell you that the remaining 6 victims who were rescued from the rubble in here have been taken to the General Hospital in Nodon, and they are still receiving treatment as we speak. But as I'm standing, we are yet to know if more bodies are still going to be brought out of the rubble. I mean, the rescue operation team actually walked through the night from what I garnered, and what I was told is that they are still not sure if there are more bodies trapped in there. So we are not even sure if they heard voices, and we are not even sure if we still have more bodies, that are trapped in there. But as at yesterday, 19, bodies were discovered dead. I'm talking about the bodies that were, brought, out of the rubble.
Abimbo's account on, people waiting for their loved ones at 6 this morning, and rescue had not started. Recovery of people had not started. I don't want to say bodies. At this morning confirms that, they are fatigued and they are on breaks, and there are no volunteers to continue the process of rescuing. So the NEMA boss replied us quickly, but the fact is that truly, yes, as expected, they are fatigued. They can't do this work 24 hours round the clock, but they need to have a shift, and that is not been confirmed. From what we heard earlier and what Bimbo confirmed now, there's no shifts. They are on breaks when they are fatigued, and work will have to stop for that. So we need to see continuous work. Aside the kind of machines that we have, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. Also, those family members who are waiting and looking at those rubbles are continually traumatized because they've not seen the bodies or confirmed if their loved ones are not on that site. So somebody should be handling whatever, the BBG grammar they like to speak around, managing trauma for them. They should be doing it already for them now. It is not a time for us to sit down while we're investigating this and leave other areas, just laxing.